So remember a year ago when I made a video about Bryce James? Remember a year ago when I made that video and everyone said that I was wrong. Bryce James was the one and Bronny was actually the worst James brother. And I made a video saying the gap between Bronny and LeBron is the gap between Bronny and Bryce. Well, Bryce James it's looking like he's going to redshirt. And this isn't one of those, oh, he's going to redshirt for improvement type things. This is a redshirt. Like this is a redshirt in a we want Bryce for one more year so that we can sell jerseys. And it's unfair to Bryce. I think all of this is actually unfair. I think this situation, like, from all these situations, everybody thinks that I'm like anti-Bronny, anti-Bryce. I think this situation's unfair to them. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are working our fucking asses off. We're trying to hit 12,150 by the end of the day. That is our goal by the end of the day. We are trying to hit that. But like, they're not being given a fair chance when they're getting put in situations where they're just not good enough. When they're just not good enough for them. Like, you're seeing Nick Smith Jr. like fighting his way out in the G League on a two-way deal. And then Bronny's a permanent fixture in the Lakers roster and he's not nearly as good. Not even on the stratosphere of Nick Smith Jr. But like, I genuinely remember the video I made last year and I was like, man, Bryce is literally worse than Bronny. And the comments were just like, oh yeah, Bryce is there's zero chance you won't be able to get the Nepo card. Ballwards go and James goes, yeah, but there was literally the start of this video was like, I don't, like, again, comment here, I don't think people understand how much worse Bryce is than Bronny. After Bronny, absolutely not. I hope Bryce takes 3-4 year college route. 247 Sports has him ranked as a 3-star and the 27 best two guard in California. Like, he played backup center. He played backup center. Like, thank God it was like in the last year the comments of this kind of went more towards Bryce, but like people were literally out here like being like, no, Bryce is actually way better than Bronny, because Brian Windhorst, when they were like when he was like 13 years old, said, you know what, Bryce could actually be taller than LeBron. He's 6'4". He's 6'4", has no handle, can't shoot, and that's the funny thing. People are like, oh yeah, he's a decent shooter who shoots 20% from three in high school. Who shoots in the low 20% from three. He's a shooter who can't shoot. He's a defender who can't defend. He's an athlete who's not athletic. He's the bigger James brother who's a 6'4" power forward. Like, he is literally, like, he's not being given a chance. Being like, redshirting's on the table. I want Bryce with the best college basketball career, the most options in his college basketball career. Do you want to know, if you want Bryce with the best college basketball career, pull a scholarship. Like, he doesn't need the money. If you actually want Bryce with the best, if anyone wants Bryce to have the best college basketball career, you pull a scholarship. Genuinely. Serious questions that the coach is able to say he's not good enough. Coach saying he's not going to play the season. Man, he is never going to be good enough to play D1. He's so far off. Why would you redshirt when you can get garbage minutes and force the team to draft him? Like, people don't understand. Like, Bryce James is a D3 guy. Like, he's not good. Like, of all, like, the kids of NBA players, he's one of the worst. Like, he's not Pat Ewing Jr. level. He's not, like, Glenn Rice Jr. 100 times better. Obviously, Boat Boozer's 100 times better. Keanu Anthony better. Elijah Arena's better. Even David Stockton was better than him. Like, heck, I've seen, like, my former housemate and guys that I grew up playing would play against David Blatt's kid who was better than him. Like, he's just so far off. I'm sure Bryce has a possibility when he decided to go an elite program like Arizona. Like, everyone's saying, oh, he should have went to Duquesne. He wouldn't play at Duquesne either. That's the problem. We saw him out there with the red shirts and he looked like the worst player on the floor. We saw him out there against the D2 school and he looked like the worst player on the floor for either team. And that's not on Bryce. That's not on Bryce. He got this ranking because his surname was James. And I don't even think it's going to be bad parenting. Like, you want to, look, as a parent, you want to believe your kid is capable of this. You want to believe your kid can do whatever they want, like. You want to believe that your kid is good enough. You absolutely do. And I don't blame LeBron for this. I genuinely don't blame LeBron. But what I do blame is I blame Arizona. I blame, like, to an extent, yeah, I was about to say, to an extent, yeah, I do blame LeBron. To an extent, because we know, it's so obvious he wasn't good enough. Like, anyone who's been watching Bryce James, like, Bryce James played in some AAU tournament, a big AAU tournament before his senior season. He averaged 4 points per game. He had 0 assists in the entire tournament. And he shot like 18% from the field and 11% from 3 on 4 points per game. And his ranking went up. He was the worst player at this tournament. And they bumped up his ranking. Like, no troll, he's transferred to an Ivy League school. If you think Bryce James is going to play at an Ivy League school, you are crazy. Non-medical redshirt means he's a D3 guy. Duquesne, keep manifesting. He's not good enough for Duquesne. And I scored 4 points against Duquesne a decade ago. Duquesne came to Ireland. And I scored 4 points against them. Like, he's not good enough for Duquesne. Like, yeah, I will say it. The red shirt dudes they had, he's better than those guys. I did score 4 points on the red shirts. End the game, garbage time in a preseason game. But, like, no, their red shirts stunk. Like, a lot of mid-major red shirts are nowhere near as good as Bryce James. The problem is like, the red shirts Arizona can all hoop. They can all hoop. And even, like I'll say it, Bryce is better than the road to 1 point guy. But, like, that road to 1 point guy can hoop. He can hoop. And, like, there are so many kids that I say kids, but, like, guys that I know that have come over in the States that have, say, played high-level ball in the States and come over to Ireland, and they're D3 guys that are better. Like, they're bigger, stronger, faster than Bryce James. There are I know NAIA guys who are bigger, stronger, faster, and shoot the ball better than Bryce James. And that's just a fact. Like, they just don't have the surname James. They just don't. Like, it's one of those things where it's hard because you were always ranked high. You were this, you were that. But, like, LeBron's kids should follow the paths of these. They don't have to hoop. They're interested in inheritance. No, I think he go hoop. If you like to hoop, go hoop. Genuinely, if you like to hoop, go hoop. Remember when someone made an offhand comment about Bryce potentially being better than Bronny 6 years ago based on literally nothing and everyone ran with it forever. Like, Bryce is 6'6". No, he's not. Watch Bryce. Look at Bryce James. He's not 6'6". But yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate, and I think it's unfair to him. The expectations are a little bit unfair to him. Like, people are saying, oh, you know, Bryce James, if he decides to redshirt, LeBron might retire. Man, like, Bryce James, as soon as LeBron said, you know, Bryce has his own path, Bryce is going to have his own path. He's not going to, we're not going to try force him to the NBA. Like, Bronny was not good enough to be in the NBA. But, like, Bronny would have been probably a 3-year starter at an okay USC team. Like, he was at a Power 5 in a Power 5 conference, Bronny James was a starter. Like, Bronny James was good. Don't get it twisted. Bronny James is good. Like, he was a type of guy that would play 4 years in college and go play in, like, the Champions League at the end of 4 years. Or go play in Australia or maybe Serbia, one of the lower, like, not lower leagues in Europe, one of the better leagues in Europe on, like, $80K a year and then try to work your way up to $500,000. Like, that's the type of guy Bronny was. Like, he was a legit player, going to be a legit pro. Like, as someone who's from Ireland, so who's been around players, who has seen players that have come through every system that have come over here as pros from D1, D2, D3, NAIA, NCCAA. Bryce James, there are so many better players. Like, there are former 5-stars that have rocked up in Ireland. And, like, Seventh Woods ended up here. Like, Bryce James is, like, he's not only not Arizona level, he's not mid-major level. Maybe there's a world where he goes the D2 route, But like he at this point in time is a D2 NAIA level JUCO guy. And like that's okay. That's okay. Carve your own path. But I said it a year ago. Bryce James will not play. Like I tweeted this out when he committed to Arizona. When he committed to Arizona. For anyone here saying, "Oh, you're just saying this now." This is why I said the day he committed to Arizona. Well, first of all, on 29th September, I'm not waiting on Bryce. To be fair, Bronny was subbing a high major D1 prospect. Bryce may not have even gone D1 without his name. And you see, January the 1st. It was January the 1st when he committed. I said, hopefully the education is good because there's a chance he's not getting one meaningful minute of basketball over his 4 years there. It's looking very likely now. But yeah, that's the video. See you guys.